Video Music Awards, live Wednesday, September 11th at 8.
Hey, it's Alexander Stewart, and you are watching Celeb Secrets TV.
You're nominated tonight here at the VMAs.
Whoa, yeah.
Can you tell me all about that?
I mean, it's like it's really a really crazy feeling. My first VMAs was last year. I wasn't nominated, and I just went, and I just wanted to go so bad. And I was like, you know what? On some crazy planet, maybe next year. And I got the call when I was like 8 miles in a forest on vacation, by myself too, by the way, freaking out. No one to tell, no cell service, it's in a category that I stand by so strongly because it's about my songs about mental health and mental health awareness and just telling my own story. So it's all of it put together makes me feel like my mind could explode right now.
Did you think when you made the song that okay, it's gonna get nominated for a VMA, it's gonna resonate with so many people?
Like absolutely not. This was the one of the songs where I wrote it really for myself, where I was like, there are things in my life that have happened that I want to talk about at this point. And I almost felt guilty for not talking about them. And so I put it out, and then when the reaction was what it was for the song, that was like, first off, mind-blowing and so validating, and also so heartbreaking that so many people experience this. But yeah, the whole thing has been insane, and it's been a dream.
It's music's most iconic night. It's a big deal.
That's a big deal.
Right? Do you remember like watching the VMAs growing up? And if so, what was some like iconic memories from watching?
Oh my God, there was one that absolutely comes to mind. I would watch every year since I was like 2 years old, I think is when they started. The Lady Gaga paparazzi performance. I mean, it's
so iconic.
It's the most iconic. When you hear the gasp from the audience during that performance, I get chills every single time. And Lady Gaga is like one of my favorite artists too, so.
We need to manifest you getting on stage for VMAs one year.
Maybe next year. Fingers crossed.
Only up from here. Can you fill me in on any new music that you have out right now?
Totally. So I just put my album out a few months ago, and I just went on tour, and now I'm back in the studio writing album number 2. And it's been so fun and so exciting, and there's so many new things that have happened in my life over the last few months that are refreshing and exciting to talk about. So I have a song coming out that I haven't even announced soon. I might get yelled at, but anyways.
And how's like the headspace different from the first album to now? I know you said new experiences, new topic.
Totally. Well, I think the major thing is, putting out a debut album, because it was my first album, I just felt this incredible amount of pressure to have it just be like perfect and right, and it took 3 years, and some songs were so old, and some songs were new, and blah, 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 blah. This time I'm going into it being like, you know what, like I'm excited to talk about these things that are happening in my life, and I'm just gonna put this music out that I love so dearly, and hopefully people mess with it. And so I feel like there's a little bit of pressure off, which I think hopefully will make the music even better.
And we are Celeb Secrets, so any like behind the scenes secrets when you make music that we wouldn't know just by listening to it?
Interesting. I think one of the most fun things is that songs can, like, you always hear these stories about like songs coming together in like 5 minutes and like they just wrote the whole thing, but absolutely not. Like,
how long does it take you?
Oh my God, it so depends, but if we're gonna go with If You Only Knew, that song I rewrote like 7 times. Like I just kept writing it and I was like, not honest enough, rewrote it. Not honest enough, rewrote it, and the production changed a million times. That song took like 4 months to finish. But I think that's like so beautiful and cool. But it's like, it's such a long process, and if you're like speaking your truth and being honest, then it's like you just want it to be like perfect.
That makes it so much better, I feel like, that you're so personal on your songs. I love it. It was so great to talk to you.
Wonderful to talk to you.
Of course, anytime.